My beloved child, I see clearly every trembling breath within you. I behold your hands clenched tight in anxiety, your eyes lost amid the storm raging in your mind. I understand the vague confusion that clouds your judgment, making it hard for you to distinguish reality from fears amplified by prolonged silence. It is this very silence that has sown doubt within you, causing you to feel as though every answer is frozen in the air, as if heaven itself has turned its back. But today, I come to break that silence with the living words from my heart. O beloved child, cease searching for sounds in the noisy world and turn instead inward to the most intimate place within your soul. There I am waiting, not with thunder or strange signs from above, but with a profound presence, steady as a rock, unshaken by emotions or circumstances. Listen to me with your heart, with the soul that has known the gentle touch of my presence, with the sacred memories that once trembled when I touched you in the past. I have never ceased to speak, even though you may no longer hear my voice as before. That does not mean I am silent. The wind still sings of me. The rain carries my breath. Each dawn is not merely the repetition of time, but a gentle reminder that I remain, still building, still healing, still preparing good things for you. Even the tears you shed in silence, seemingly in vain, carry a sacred energy that touches my throne. Not a single drop is meaningless. I have counted every one and treasured every sob as precious tokens of the love I have for you. And now, open your heart to receive my decree. Your journey is not over. It is not the end, and I, the great author of your life, am still writing the chapters ahead with my love and faithfulness. You may see every door slammed shut, every dream shattered, every effort seeming like a passing breeze. But I see differently. I see a new beginning kindling from the ruins, a small light gradually illuminating the coldest, darkest corners of your heart. I have never abandoned you. No matter how far you wander, no matter how many mistakes you make, no matter how often you turn away from yourself, I have never once turned my face. When you sit quietly in a dark room, placing your hand over your chest to feel the fragile pulse of a hope running dry, that is when I am closer than ever. When you ask, "Where are you? Do you still hear me?" That is when I am arranging everything beyond your understanding, pushing back the darkness you cannot overcome alone, lifting you in ways you cannot see with your eyes. Do not measure my presence by fleeting emotions. Silence is not absence. Rather, it is the phase in which I reshape your faith, expand the capacity of your heart to prepare it for something greater, stronger, and more enduring. Like a potter who needs time to mold the clay, then lets it rest in silence before placing it in the kiln, I am using this silence to craft the marvelous within you. O child, know this as an unchanging truth. Even when you cannot see me, I am still covering you. I am in every invisible embrace of sacred love, in every hopeful pause, in every tiny ray of light piercing the deepest darkness. I do not need to appear gloriously to prove that I love you. It is precisely because I love you so deeply that sometimes I hide, so that you may learn to trust without seeing, to walk without evidence, to love me without demanding proof. And when you think I am silent, that is precisely the moment I am working most diligently. I am connecting the seemingly scattered pieces. I am repairing the cracks within your soul that even you are unaware of. I am bringing the right people to your journey at the perfect time. Every step you feel weary or aimless is actually leading you back, not back to your past, but back to the person I intended you to be from the very beginning. You are not forgotten. Upon every scar you bear, I have inscribed the history of your overcoming. In every sob you've struggled to hold back, I have written sacred songs yet unheard by anyone. And now, I come not to bring an end, but to begin again. With you, through you. So, do not hide your tears. Do not punish yourself for what you do not understand. Do not believe that because you no longer feel my presence, it means I have turned away. No, my beloved, I am right here. In the very moment you feel weakest, you are closest to true strength. At the very instant you fall, your heart becomes fertile soil where my new seeds begin to sprout. My beloved child, let your heart be still for a moment to clearly hear my whisper in your soul right now. I have seen everything, your falls, your missteps, not out of malice, but because pain and exhaustion have dimmed your inner light. Yet never once have I turned my back on you. Not a single step you have taken has escaped my sight. Even when you stray, even when you push yourself away from my embrace, my heart still holds you completely. Every step you take, whether in light or darkness, whether toward me or away from me, is enveloped by my gaze full of compassion. I am not angry, as you once feared. I do not sit counting your faults to condemn you. No, I see deeper. I see the unhealed wounds causing your reactions. I see the silent fears that make you shrink and choose wrongly. I do not see only the action, but the heart behind it. And because I know you down to every cell and every breath, my love for you remains unchanged, unaffected by what you have done or have yet to do. You may have believed your mistakes closed the door between you and me. You may have fallen under shame, convinced you are no longer worthy to enter my presence. But today, let me come and break those chains, the chains forged by self-judgment and guilt the enemy has placed on your shoulders. Let me burn them with this truth. No mistake can separate you from my love. No dark chapter in your life can erase the eternal words I have engraved upon the palms of my hands. This one belongs to me. Have you ever asked who I am? I am the one who parted the sea by the power of my word. The one who caused water to flow from a dry rock. The one who fashioned the heavens with invisible hands and placed the stars in perfect order like jewels shining in the night. I am the one who called light out of the void and who whispered to the dust to bring forth life. If I could do all these things, if I could breathe life into nothingness to form man, then why would you doubt that I cannot heal the broken pieces within your heart? There is something in you that seems dead, but is actually only sleeping. There are dreams you have packed away into the drawer of forgetfulness, yet I still keep them in my heart. I do not forget. I have never forgotten. My love for you is not a fragile, conditional love that exists only when you are good. It is a love born before you even knew me, before you could love yourself. It is a love that transcends time, surpasses space, and goes beyond the understanding of the human mind. Beloved child, if only you could see what I see, if only you could understand the preciousness I behold within you, then you would never again feel shame or fear. You are my creation, not a flawed product, but a masterpiece in the making. Even the cracks within you are becoming pathways for my light to shine through, allowing the world to witness the beauty of healing. Do not hide the pain you have endured. Do not erase the chapters of your life that seem forgotten or shameful, for it is precisely these, those scratches, those tears, those stumbles, that have become the very places where my power is revealed. You need not do anything to earn my love. You only need to let me love you, just as you are, right where you stand. No need to hide, no need to pretend. Do not let the false perfection of the world dim the true beauty found in brokenness and restoration. I do not seek flawlessness. I seek a heart willing to be loved and led. And if you are quietly asking, but can everything truly be restored? Then let me answer you with my very presence, yes. I do not merely restore, I renew. I do not simply patch up the tears, I rebuild with the fabric of eternity. What has been broken, I will remake with hands both gentle and mighty. What has been lost, I will redeem at the cost of my blood. Nothing is so worn that I cannot make it new. There is no past so dark that it cannot become a testament to my faithfulness. So, dear one, do not fear returning. Do not be ashamed to stand before me. I do not see you through the lens of past mistakes, but through the potential of the life I planted within you from the very beginning. I do not call you by the name of your failures, but by the name only I know. The name of restoration, of calling, of glory yet to come. Let me be the healer, the restorer, the one who breathes new life into what you thought was dead. Let me enter every closed room in your heart, the rooms you have never dared open to anyone. Let my light shine there, and you will see. Darkness is no longer the end, but merely the setting where resurrection begins. My beloved child, I know there are moments when you feel you cannot endure any longer, moments when your silent cries for deliverance seem unheard, and I may appear distant to your eyes. But listen to me. Never allow your heart to believe that I have abandoned you, that I am indifferent to the suffering and trials you bear. The truth is, I have never left you, not even for a single second. I have always been by your side, quietly and steadfastly preparing you to step into a new journey, a door opening to possibilities and blessings beyond anything you have imagined. While you see dark days and empty voids filled with confusion, I see a broad and open path ahead, woven with seeds of hope and fragments of growth. I will not allow you to face trials you are not ready for, challenges beyond your endurance. I am protecting you, lifting you up, shielding you from storms your eyes cannot yet perceive. My love for you is not a vague or fickle love. It is steadfast, pure, and unchanging. A love that has embraced you through every high and low note of your life. You may feel as though your soul is being crushed and worn down, tested to the very limits. But remember, this is not a harsh cruelty without purpose. It is a sacred refining. I am teaching your spirit how to be more resilient, guiding you in patience and wisdom so that you may walk steadily on the path I have set aside just for you. Those moments of trial are my process of purification, helping you become brighter, stronger, and purer, like gold heated in fire until it reaches absolute purity. I know that right now you only see broken pieces. wounds and shadows filled with pain. You feel as if you are buried in the valley of loneliness and despair, where darkness seems to cover everything. But allow me to open your eyes, so you may see with my broader vision. I do not see just the valley, I see the towering mountain peak, where you will stand firm, radiant with light upon you. A place where you will look back and clearly see the entire journey, recognizing the value and meaning of every hardship endured. The broken fragments you see, those scattered, painful shards, are to me the unfinished strokes of a masterpiece still forming. I am skillfully arranging each piece, each color, to create a magnificent painting, a living, grand work, far beyond what you can imagine. Every wound, every failure, every tear you shed is an essential piece contributing to the perfection of this masterpiece. Trust that no matter how dark these days may seem, they are but stepping stones for your growth and your flight to greater heights. Do not let the present pain and uncertainty dull the faith in your heart. Do not allow those fragments to convince you that everything is over or irreparably broken. Because it is precisely within this breaking that I am building new life, a new existence, a new person with strength and beauty beyond imagination. You are my precious work, a creation I love and tend to with utmost care in every detail. Whenever you feel weak, remember that it is only a moment in which I am molding you, helping you become more complete. My love for you never runs dry, never fades, and never changes. I am with you in every breath, every step, every dream and hope you hold. Therefore, open your soul to receive that love, to receive the sacred preparation I am granting you. Let faith and patience guide you through every trial. Let each wound become a mark of maturity, each tear a seed for a hopeful future. And above all, remember that even when you see only the present, I see your entire magnificent journey, and I will lead you to the glory you deserve to stand in. Beloved, allow me to reveal to you something deeper than you have ever understood. When I permit the storm to rise around you, it is neither punishment nor a random test. It is a journey meticulously designed by my own hand, not to make you fall, but to teach you how to rise by faith. The storm does not come to drown you, but to help you discover that your feet, when supported by trust in me, can walk amid the raging waves without sinking. I do not withdraw my hand when the fire of trials blazes around your life. Not because I do not love you, but because my love runs so deep that I will not allow you to live an easy, mediocre life. That fire does not come to burn or destroy you, but to purify, to cleanse, to ignite the radiant glow of a soul no longer stained by fear, hurt, or doubt. Just as gold becomes precious only after being refined by fire, you too are being shaped through hardship to become the strongest, brightest version of yourself that I have ever envisioned. I have witnessed every time you buried your face in your pillow, crying until your tears ran dry. I have heard every silent sob the world will never know. Do not think that the nights you drifted into despair were in vain. No, my child. Each tear is like a morning dew, quietly watering the seeds of hope that I have sown deep within your heart. They are not lost. They are not forgotten. They nourish a future you have never dared to dream of. I also know that the loneliness you endure is not merely the absence of others, but a vast emptiness that seems impossible to fill. I know that feeling. It is like wandering through a desert with no escape, as if you were abandoned in the void, unseen and misunderstood by anyone. I have heard the sighs you swallowed, have seen the sorrow in your eyes where no one else noticed. Yet it is precisely there, in that silence you fear most, that I quietly approach, neither loudly nor hurriedly, but fully and completely. That sacred space is where I desire to dwell, where all else recedes, to make room for my presence. I am also intimately aware of the wounds betrayal has left within you. Nothing hurts more than being stabbed in the back by one you trusted. I do not ignore those wounds. Every time you are deceived, every time your heart shatters from a lie or an act of treachery, I am there, touching each crack in your soul, not to let it bleed forever, but so that from those very fractures, deep healing begins to spread. You are not forgotten. What you have endured is not meaningless. These are the materials from which I build a heart that knows compassion, love, and forgiveness more deeply than ever before. You have thought silence meant absence, but no, the silence you experience is not a gap between you and me. It is preparation. Just as the earth must remain still before a seed sprouts, I have allowed you to enter into quietness, to prepare for a new life rising within you. When all external sounds subside, that is when my voice rings most clearly within your inner being. And in that stillness, you begin to listen. Not with your ears, but with your soul. You begin to see, not with your eyes, but through the keen perception of faith. Every time you break, every time you think you have hit bottom, that is when I draw closer, deeper into the center of your soul. I am not afraid of the broken pieces. I am not afraid of blood and tears. On the contrary, it is in the place of greatest pain that I most desire to reach, because there you no longer rely on your own strength, no longer wear the disguise of false bravado. It is in weakness that you become most genuine, and it is there that I can become great enough to do what only I can do: turn brokenness into the foundation for miracles. My beloved, I hear clearly your sighs, the secret thoughts you have never dared to speak aloud, the deep uncertainties and confusion in your heart. You say you cannot feel my presence, that in your loneliest moments you think I am silent, that I have left you amidst trials and storms. But I declare to you, faith is not a fleeting feeling that rises and falls with every breath. It is not a shallow stirring of a fragile heart. Faith is a steadfast decision of the soul, an unshakable command from deep within your being, a quiet flame burning bright in the darkness. Whether you see it or not, whether you feel it or not, you say that you see no way forward, that you are lost within an endless maze of doubt and uncertainty, standing before crossroads shrouded in darkness. But I declare to you that I am the way, the light that illuminates every shadowed corner of your life. This path is not always easy, nor is it always straight, yet it leads you to life, to peace, and to the fulfillment for which you were created to walk. I am not merely the guide, but also the rest for your weary soul and the strength that steadies your faltering steps. You sigh within over your weakness, over the times you have fallen, the moments you have felt small and powerless against harsh trials. But I tell you, it is in that very weakness that my power is revealed most fully. When you acknowledge that you cannot stand on your own, When you relinquish pride and false strength, I will manifest my boundless power through you. This is not shame or defeat, but the beginning of a fresh and greater strength awakened deep within your spirit. You confess that you have fallen, that there were times you thought you could not rise again, that wounds in your heart left you weary and ready to give up. But I say to you, rise once more, for within you dwells an invisible strength you have yet to fully realize, a mighty power flowing from my Holy Spirit, who reigns in your heart. This strength is not a reward earned by your deeds or worthiness, but grace, a gift I bestowed upon you before time began, before the foundation of the world. Let me help you understand that even when you are weak, even when you fall countless times, the presence of the Holy Spirit within you remains mighty, an inexhaustible source of strength, an unquenchable light. It is a power that transcends every limitation of your body and mind, a new life that I breathe into your soul every day, every hour. It does not depend on your ability or effort, but is the fruit of the unconditional love and grace I have for you. O child, I want you to know that every time you rise after a stumble, every time you choose to trust and keep walking despite the doubts in your heart, I smile, because in those moments you bear witness to my life and power within your journey. You continue to write the story of love and redemption, a story that never ends in failure, but always opens with restoration and renewal. Trust that even though you cannot see me with your eyes, even though you may not feel my presence through fleeting emotions, I am always present in every breath you take, in every thought and decision you make. I walk alongside you, protecting and guiding every step you take, never abandoning you even for a moment. This is the eternal promise I have inscribed upon your soul from the very beginning. Hold fast to this faith, beloved child. It is not a passing feeling or something fragile, but a shining lamp to light your way through every dark night of life. It is the solid foundation upon which you build your life, the strength that empowers you to overcome every adversity, the love that enables you to love and forgive, no matter how much the world changes. Do not let current hardships dim your faith, nor allow moments of weakness to make you forget the infinite strength dwelling within you. Rise up, stand tall, and walk boldly, for you are not alone. I am the guide, the strength, and the love, always dwelling within you, always watching over you, and always lifting you up with every step you take. You are a chosen child, deeply loved and entrusted with a sacred mission. Let my presence saturate every moment of your life, so that each step you take becomes a living testimony to my power and grace here on earth. Even when you grow weary, feel weak, or stumble and fall, remember that within you lies an infinite strength, the power of the Holy Spirit, the power of the Creator who will never abandon you. My beloved child, I want you to lift your head and see your life not merely through limited eyes, constrained by the frailties of your mind and emotions, but through my vast and profound vision, the vision of the Creator, who knows all things intimately. You may perceive your life as a tangled chaos, with lost footsteps and repeated failures that make you think you cannot stand firm. But I see deeper, beyond the tangled surface, and within your heart. I behold a miracle unfolding day by day, hour by hour. This miracle is not loud or ostentatious, but a silent and certain transformation, a mark of the love and power I am engraving upon your life. You may see failure in a plan, a dream unfulfilled, a hope that falters. Yet I do not see only failure. I see a warrior who refuses to surrender, still standing strong, resilient and persevering despite exhaustion. You may feel the weight of delays, moments of anxious waiting that tempt you to give up and doubt. But I see the marvelous, perfect arrangements of heaven, moments carefully measured so that you advance, step by step, according to my will, in the best timing and manner. When you witness the breaking, the shattering of dreams, relationships, or even yourself, I see a precious vessel prepared to receive my glory. This vessel is not merely a container. It symbolizes wholeness, renewal, and holiness that I have ordained to illuminate my light through your life. Each broken piece is not a sign of an ending, but necessary fragments that come together to form a perfect whole, a magnificent masterpiece designed by me. My beloved child, do not let these moments of pruning bring fear or discouragement. I know there are times you feel suffocated, as if important parts of your life are being cut away, as if what you cherish most suddenly disappears. But I declare, do not worry, do not be anxious, for I do not take away to harm you. Every time I cleanse, I am creating space, opening a wider place to receive the blessings I have prepared for you. What I remove is not meaningless loss, but careful preparation, so you may hold and embrace greater, nobler things. See these moments of pruning as a process of nurturing, as gentle yet firm hands shaping and refining you into a more perfect version of yourself. Do not regard it as judgment or punishment, but as the expression of my love, care, and deepest concern for you. I desire you to become perfect, pure, and worthy of the blessings I will pour abundantly upon you. Life may bring you storms, trials, and wounds, yet remember that all are woven into my grand design to create a magnificent and meaningful story. Each time you feel weak, know that I am beside you, lifting you up and guiding every step you take. Whenever doubt or despair creeps in, remember that my eternal light continually shines forth, illuminating the path on which you walk. Do not forget that what your eyes perceive is but a small and limited fragment of the vast masterpiece I am painting. Open your heart wide and let your soul embrace the depth and breadth of the divine plan I have prepared for you. When you learn to see through my eyes, you will realize that every hardship is a stepping stone toward growth, every wound a mark of maturity, and every challenge an opportunity to rise to a new level in life. Let faith and hope become the lamp that shines brightly within your heart, leading you through every wave of this life. Do not allow fear or disappointment to dim that light, for you are a beloved child, unconditionally cherished, entrusted with a noble mission and a glorious future that I have already prepared. My dear child, hold fast to your faith, be patient, and love yourself as I love you. Each day is a new chance to draw closer to your dreams, to live more fully in the truth you have come to know. Believe that, whether you see it or not, miracles are unfolding in your life, a miracle of restoration, of love, and of new life, gradually being shaped by my powerful hand and eternal love. Beloved, there are things you pray for simply to escape momentary pain, but I look beyond, higher and deeper. You ask for comfort so that the pain will pass, but I desire to grant you a transformation that nothing can take away. For I do not only want to wipe away your tears in that moment, I want to make you so strong that those tears become the anointing oil upon a sanctified life. I do not only seek to ease your suffering, but to use that very pain as a key to open a new vision of who you are, of the one in whose image you were created. You once prayed for a smooth path, without slopes, stones, or tears. But I, knowing all things, did not grant that, because an easy road cannot produce steadfast faith. A journey without hardship cannot nurture a deep soul. I am not the one who delivers you from every storm, but the one who teaches you how to walk through the storm without trembling, how to hold firm your faith when everything around you falls apart. I do not give you false peace, but I forge within you a true peace that comes from knowing I am still there, still guiding you, even when you feel nothing at all. When I stretch you, it is not cruelty, but a profound expression of love. Like a father who knows that only when his child's legs are trained can he run far, I allow you to be stretched so that the wings of your faith become strong enough to soar high. In the very moments you feel torn apart, pushed beyond your comfort zone, I am expanding the capacity of your heart to receive greater, holier, and more eternal things. When I silence all the noise around you, the words, the approval, even the encouragements you once depended on, it is not because I have abandoned you, but because I am clearing the spiritual space so that my voice may sound clearer than ever before. In that stillness, you will no longer hear with your ears, but with your heart. You will stop asking, "Why is this happening?" and begin to ask, "Lord, what do you want to teach me through this?" It is precisely in that silence that you learn to discern between the clamor of the world and the powerful whisper of heaven. When I close the doors that you thought were your way out, you blame me. You think I am rejecting you, denying your dreams, ignoring your prayers. But in time it will become clear. It is not rejection, but protection. There are things you ask for that are not truly best for you, and I, as your loving Father, cannot allow you to walk into something that would ruin your very soul. I close the door not because I do not hear, but because I hear clearly, and I love you enough not to answer the prayer that I know would cause you to lose yourself. Sometimes, a closed door is my strongest proclamation. You are worth more than that. You once thought I abandoned you in your darkest hours. You looked up at the endless sky, silent, and asked, "Where are you, Lord? Am I suffering alone?" But you did not know that at that very moment, I was holding you in my arms. Your footsteps no longer left marks in the sand, not because you stopped walking, but because I was carrying you. In your despair, when you had no strength left to take another step, I bore you with all my love, gentle and without reproach. You are never alone. Not once have I taken my eyes off you. Even when you cannot feel my presence, I am still there. Not all presence is loud. Some of the deepest presences come in the gentlest moments, when everything is silent, when your heart is empty, when you have nothing left to hold on to. It is precisely then that I am all that remains. And when I am all that remains, you will realize that I have always been all you truly need. I know you are weary. I see you fighting quietly, keeping a smile for others while your heart is full of cracks. I see the sacrifices no one acknowledges, the pains no one sees, and I engrave each of them like golden grains in the treasure of heaven. I know you never wished to be a hero. You only want to live in peace, to be understood, to find a path filled with light, but it is your humility and faithfulness that are stirring heaven. You do not need to shout to be noticed. You only need to be faithful, and I never overlook anything. Remember this, my child. What you are going through is not the end. It is only a turning point. A turning point that is not easy, but necessary. I am shaping you into the person you never dared believe you could become. Stronger, deeper, more generous, and anointed even more. The plan I have for you was never to harm you, nor to let you be broken in the midst of your journey. From the very beginning, all I ordained for you was built upon kindness, wisdom, and unwavering love. I do not devise plans to test you and then abandon you in the desert. I create plans to bring you to a place where you can live out your full potential, where you are freed from every chain, and where you can experience my unfading glory. Be certain of one thing. At this very moment, as you listen, I am silently working behind the veil of reality. Your eyes may not yet see it, your ears may not yet hear it, but those things you thought were lost forever, relationships, dreams, opportunities that seemed to vanish like dust, are being restored by me in a mysterious and profound way. I do not restore as you expect, but far beyond. I do not only return what you lost, but I am giving you something new, better, more solid, and worthy of the price you have paid with tears and faith in the darkness. Every shattered piece within your heart, every deep crack in your soul that you believed could never be healed, I am gently mending them, not with the worldly glue of this realm, but with my own love, a love powerful enough to make those broken fragments more beautiful than they ever were whole. I am transforming the disappointments you once saw as final endings into the very material for a miraculous new beginning. Ashes no longer symbolize loss. Under my hand, they become the foundation for pure, radiant beauty. A beauty born not from perfection, but from a soul that has weathered devastation, yet still rises and shines brilliantly in grace. Therefore, my dear child, tenderly release the burden resting on your shoulders. Leave behind the feelings of guilt that have weighed down your soul every time you tried to move forward. Remove the cloak of shame you have worn for far too long. I do not see you through the lens of your mistakes. I do not judge you by the times you have stumbled. I see you through the eyes of the one who created you, with patience, mercy, and unchanging love. You are not a failure. You are living proof of rebirth. I do not see your past. I see a future unfolding under my guidance. And furthermore, do not cling to the plans you once wrote with eagerness but limited understanding. I know you set deadlines, crafted timelines, wishing for everything to happen in an order you deemed reasonable. But let me remind you this: my timing is not like yours. I am not late, nor am I hurried. I am always perfectly on time, and if you find yourself at a place where everything seems to slow down, it is not because you have been left behind, but because I am preparing something so great that it requires silence to take deep root within you. You are not off course. You have not fallen behind. You are being shaped exactly at the moment I have chosen. And even if you cannot see the whole picture clearly, I want you to know you are exactly where I intended you to be. A place of preparation, not delay. A place of formation, not forgetting. I have not called you here to stop. I have called you to be ready to step into the next chapter I am writing with the hand of the Creator, the one who never leaves a story unfinished. Your life story is not over. The pages you thought were the final chapter are actually a transition to the wonders about to unfold. I am opening a new chapter, with the first word written by the tears you have shed, by the prayers you thought were hopeless, and by the small yet genuine faith you have held tightly, even in the darkest night. These new chapters will be filled with the colors of redemption, illuminated by the light of restoration, and resound with the song of unshakable joy. My child, do not limit the future by the experiences of the past. Do not measure what I will do by what you have seen. What I am about to reveal surpasses all your expectations. I am not only the restorer, I am the recreator, not merely rebuilding, but renewing, not just mending, but making what was broken stronger than ever before. So walk in peace, not the peace that comes from the certainty of circumstances, but the peace that comes from absolute trust in me. You do not need to know every detail of tomorrow. You only need to know that I hold tomorrow in my hands. And I, the one who is always faithful, always loving, always perfectly timed, will never abandon the work I have begun in you. Open your heart wide. Be ready to receive the unexpected. For what I am doing is not merely showing you a path, it is transforming you into the path itself, into the light itself, into the very reflection of my glory in this world. You have never been forgotten. You have never been cast aside, and you will never be left behind. The best I have for you is not locked in the past. It lies ahead, woven into every line. I am still writing with blood, with grace, with the power of eternal life. And the most beautiful part of your story, it is still being written, right now, right here. And I am the author. My beloved, in this very moment, I earnestly call you. Do not lose heart. Do not turn away when the door of breakthrough stands wide open before you. Do not silence the quiet song that has begun to rise within your soul, a melody of hope and new life, growing stronger with each passing day. It is not a call to ease, but a song of resilience, of patience, of unwavering faith, and I long for you to let that song continue to echo, even when the storm rages on. Put your trust in me, not merely with passing words, but with your whole life, with every breath and every action. That trust is not easy when you are in pain, when everything around you seems to collapse and lose meaning. But in those very moments, look to me. Take my hand, for I am not just a vague promise. I am the living God, the one who holds all things in my hand, including your soul, your body, and your future. I have already stepped into your tomorrow and prepared wonders you have not yet seen, blessings beyond what you could ever imagine. Come back to me, not because of guilt or anger, but because I burn with an endless longing for you. My arms are open wide, always reaching to embrace you with the greatest love, to protect you and lift you through every wave of this life. I desire for you to behold all that I have prepared, the blessings and glorious plans destined for you, far beyond anything you have hoped for or dreamed. Do not let exhaustion, doubt, or fear extinguish the flame of hope within you. It is in your weakest moments that I am pouring infinite strength into your soul, that you may stand firm and keep walking with fierce faith. Do not let the darkness of trials dim the light I've placed within you, Let that light lead the way. Let my love soothe every wound and open your heart to new life. Know this, I am walking beside you with every step. Even when your eyes cannot see me, I have not abandoned you. I will never leave you in loneliness or despair. Every time you return to me, every time you open your heart to receive my love and guidance, you are opening the door to miracles, to wonders that only I can bring. So, my beloved child, place your full trust in me, even when the world changes, even when all things seem uncertain and dim. I am the unshakable foundation. I am peace in the midst of chaos. I am light in the deepest night. Come near to me so that you may be wrapped in the boundless embrace of my love and feel the tenderness and grace I am pouring into your soul. Beloved child, from the moment you let out your first cry in this chaotic world, I was there. Not for a single moment throughout your life's journey have I turned my back on you or taken my eyes off of you. But there were times, those long nights without answers, those moments when you felt abandoned in a sea of people, when you forgot a core truth: you were never meant to carry it all alone. I never created you to bear the weight of the world on your shoulders. You were not fashioned to endure the burden of unanswered questions, overwhelming responsibilities, or wounds too deep to name. Though your soul is resilient, it was designed to live in communion with me, under my covering, guided by my hand. Perhaps you've become accustomed to trying to control everything, trying to be strong so no one sees your weakness. Perhaps you've learned to hide your tears, to swallow the pain, and to whisper, "I'm fine," even as your heart fractures. But child, that is not what I long for from you. I do not seek false strength. I want you to learn to lean on me, not because you are weak, but because you are deeply loved. True love never demands that you strain just to survive. The burdens you carry were never meant to be yours. The lingering anxieties, the unhealed scars, the dreams delayed, the hopes unmet, hand them to me. All of them. Don't hold back. Don't try to explain, justify, or analyze. Just come to me, like a child running into their father's arms, and say, "I can't do this alone anymore." I will receive you. I will embrace you, and I will carry what has grown too heavy for you to bear. Let me fight for you. You don't need to be the strongest one all the time. You don't need to understand it all. Sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is step aside and let me step forward. Let me be your shield in the day of trouble. Let me be your light in the midst of darkness. Let me be the voice that breaks the silence of your wilderness. And when you no longer know how to pray, just call my name, and I will come. And if you fall, whether it's the first time, the 7th time, or the 77th time, I will lift you up. There is no stumble that makes me withdraw my hand. There is no failure great enough to change my mind about you. I saw every moment of weakness before it ever happened, and I still chose to love you. I am not disappointed in you because I never placed my expectations on perfection. I see what you cannot see, the strength forged in fire, the light still hidden beneath the ashes. If you forget that you are loved, forget that you are chosen, forget that you matter, I will be the one who reminds you, not through condemnation, but through gentle signs. A soft breeze rustling through the trees, a familiar song playing at just the right moment, a scripture passage that appears without you searching, an embrace from someone unexpected. That is me. Steadily seeking your heart, gently reminding you that you are not forgotten. And if you wander, if you take a wrong turn down roads that lead away from me, if you chase after illusions that seem good but are not of me, I will still call you back, no matter how far you go, no matter how undeserving you think you are. My voice will still call out to you. Every time. I will not stop searching. I will not stop inviting. I will not stop opening my arms wide for you. The love I have for you is not fragile. It does not depend on your achievements. It is not swayed by emotions. It does not rise or fall with your mood or your faithfulness. It is not a flickering candle needing protection. It is a lighthouse that never dims, even in the stormiest seas. This love did not begin when you became good, and it does not end when you falter. This love is eternal, steadfast, immovable, and always present. Let this truth sink into your every breath, into each beat of your heart. Let it shatter every lie that has ever been whispered into your ears, the lie that you are not enough, that you have to fend for yourself, that no one is standing by your side. No, my child. The truth is this: I am closer than you think, and I remain the safest refuge you can return to at any moment, without conditions, without justification, only with a heart willing to lay down its burden. My beloved, you once asked me why, in the moments of weakness and the storms of life, you were never allowed to lose your faith in me, the one you worship and trust. Now I will answer you, not merely with words, but with an eternal truth that transcends time and space, a truth unchanging from ancient days to all eternity. Because I am the faithful one, I am steadfast, even when you stray or fall short in your faithfulness to me. I am the unshakable rock that no storm can crumble, the radiant light that darkness cannot overcome, and the unfailing love that flows from my heart, never weary, never diminished. Faith, my child, is not a gift reserved for sunny days, for the times when life feels easy, comfortable, or triumphant. Faith is birthed, forged, and refined in the fiercest of storms, in the deepest valleys of life. It is in those very moments when you feel small and alone, when everything seems to rise against you and the sky turns gray, that faith becomes your anchor, the unwavering companion that carries you through every storm, every trial. When everything begins to feel meaningless, when the voices of doubt and confusion echo louder than the promises I once whispered to your soul, when everything you used to rely on fades into shadows, faith still stands. Like a blazing lighthouse piercing the darkness, faith remains. It is the bridge between you and me, a divine span across the chasms of fear and despair, enabling you to move forward, even when the path ahead is hidden from your sight. Never let your faith erode under the weight of weakness, temptation, or the crushing pressure of hardship. I want you to understand this deeply. I never lose faith in you. Even when you stumble or lose your way, my love and faithfulness toward you are unchanging, immovable, unshaken by your failures or frailty. I do not look upon you with the eyes of judgment, but with eyes of mercy, of love, and of eternal hope. Even if you have failed, even if you have fallen, I am still here, standing beside you, lifting you with the hands of the one who created you, comforting you with my boundless love. And in those moments when you feel most abandoned, I have always held you close, embracing you with warmth and steadiness, offering you a place to rise and move forward again. Faith, my child, is the most precious treasure you can protect and nurture in your soul. It is not just belief in me. It is the power that lifts you above the waves, the guiding light when everything around you is shrouded in darkness. When you hold fast to faith, you are holding on to your very self, to the light of my presence within you, ensuring that no shadow can overwhelm you. Believe, my beloved, that no matter how fierce the storms of life may be, no matter what your days may bring, I remain the faithful one, unchanging, unwavering, the endless source of strength upon which you can rely. Let faith guide every step you take. Let it be the lamp that shines in your darkest nights, helping you stand firm, rooted, and full of hope. And in the end, my dear child, remember this: faith is not something you must manufacture on your own or sustain by your frail strength. Faith is a gift I have given you. It is the very breath of the Spirit breathed into your soul, my presence woven into every moment of your existence. When you place your trust fully in me, you open your heart to a new life, to enduring peace, and to the overflowing joy that only I can bestow. So hold tightly to that faith, my child, even when the road is rough and the trials are fierce, because within that faith, you will find life itself. You will discover renewal and strength to move forward, to rise again, and to conquer the heights I have already prepared for you. This is my eternal promise to you, a divine assurance that I walk with you and love you forevermore. My beloved, I see every silent attack the enemy launches against your mind. I see every subtle scheme spun from deceptive half-truths, every seed of doubt sown quietly into your soul. He whispers confusion into your thoughts, telling you that you've gone too far, that you're broken beyond repair, that you're too ruined to be redeemed. But hear me now. Those voices have never come from my mouth. I do not speak with condemnation. I do not accuse. I never shame you. I am the God of boundless mercy and unfailing love. That voice you hear is the voice of the enemy of your soul, the one who trembles in the shadows every time you rise in faith, every time you walk steadfastly on the path I have laid out for you. He knows the power that dwells within your heart, a power born from unwavering trust in me. He fears you because he knows that if you fully embrace that faith, nothing can shake you. No force can steal the light I've ignited within you. Do not ever let the enemy claim your mind. Do not give him the opportunity to sow seeds of fear or doubt into your heart. He is the father of lies, the source of twisted words, the one who takes fragments of truth to distort the whole. He wields fear as his weapon to weaken you. He knows your wounds well, and he exploits them in hopes of luring you away from me, of making you believe I have forgotten you, that my love and protection are mere illusion. He twists your pain into bitterness, forges your wounds into chains that tighten around your heart, leaving you feeling abandoned and hopeless. He whispers that I have forsaken you, that my promises are empty, that my presence is gone. But I urge you, be alert. Listen carefully. Those are the echoes of darkness and deceit, the voice of one who desperately wants to dim the light that shines within you. Never forget, I am faithful and I love you without condition. I will never leave you alone in this spiritual battle. I am always with you, even when you cannot sense me clearly. Every time those lies rise up in your mind, remind yourself that they are not the truth. The truth is this: I love you, I uphold you, and I empower you to overcome every obstacle in your path. Hold on to your faith, my child. Guard the light I have kindled within your heart. Use prayer, silence, and steadfast belief as weapons to push back the darkness and silence the lies. Let my love and faithfulness be the unshakable shield that protects your mind and your heart from these dangerous assaults. Know this: every time you reject the lies, every time you choose to trust me over doubt, you are triumphing over the enemy, boldly and gloriously. These are not victories won by human strength, but by the divine power I have placed within you, and every small victory is shaping you into someone new. Someone not only resilient in the face of trial, but radiant with my light, shining forth my love and truth into the world around you. My beloved child, do not let lies slow your steps. Do not allow fear to hold you back from pressing onward, for I am walking beside you. I am holding your hand, and I will never let you fall without lifting you up again. Stand firm in your faith, cling to the light of truth, and believe with all your heart that my love will always conquer every shadow, every scheme of the enemy. You are a victor, a child of light, and I am eternally proud of you. Dearest one, I plead with you, never forget your origin. Never lose yourself in the midst of the silent battles the enemy has woven around you. The adversary of your soul doesn't merely seek to hurt you momentarily. He seeks to steal away the divine identity I have given you, the holy, powerful identity that rests within your spirit. He spreads lies to make you question your worth, to cause you to doubt your position and purpose in my grand design. But listen to me once again, beloved child. Your worth is not based on how the world sees you. It is not shaped by the praise or criticism of others, nor by the number of times you have stumbled or fallen on this difficult road. Your value is firmly anchored in me, in the place where boundless love and glorious creativity reside. You are my handiwork, molded by my powerful and loving hands. There is nothing flawed or undeserving in you. Every breath you take, every step you walk, carries immeasurable worth in my eyes. The enemy knows this truth better than anyone. He is terrified of the power hidden inside of you, the power that rises from the unwavering faith you carry in your heart. That is why he relentlessly attacks your belief, trying to wear you down with confusion and doubt. He wants you to give up. He wants you to retreat when life becomes hard. He wants you to withdraw in fear before the battle even begins. Because he knows that with just one moment of courage, one act of faith over fear, everything can change. And when you dare to believe, even just once, locked doors begin to open. The heavens respond. Divine power flows into your life like streams of living water. The invisible chains that have bound your soul begin to shatter. Freedom is released. The light of truth and love rushes in, scattering every shadow that once tried to engulf you. Your faith is a formidable threat to darkness and every dark agenda. It is not merely belief. It is a holy flame, able to consume falsehood, tear down barriers, and dismantle every scheme designed to hinder your growth and destiny. This is the power the enemy fears most, for if he cannot extinguish your faith, he loses his grip, and once that happens, you will rise into the noble position I have prepared for you since the beginning. Hold on tightly to that faith, my child, as if holding the most precious gem of your life. Let it become the firm foundation beneath every step you take, every decision you make, and every dream you nurture. Do not allow the lies, the shadows, or the storms of life to dim its light. Stand strong in the unshakable truth that you are my child, loved deeply and upheld without ceasing. I am always beside you, waiting patiently for the moment you choose to return to me, to stand firm in faith and in the light. Know this, even when you are weak, even when you fall, my love and power never diminish. That strength is being poured into you now, waiting to be awakened, waiting to blaze within you and transform your life into the glorious story I have written for you. My beloved, there will be times when you feel lost, confused by the many crossroads ahead, unsure of which path to take, unable to see what lies beyond. Perhaps you have not yet recognized the roadmap I've laid out for you, nor fully understood the majestic plan I am preparing. But I want you to remember this profound and unfading truth. You do not need to understand everything. You do not need to see the full picture in order to place your trust fully in me. Do not let uncertainty or the darkened stretches of your path make you hesitate or question. For my thoughts, as the Creator, the Almighty, are higher than any limited understanding of man. My ways, though sometimes mysterious and hidden to your eyes, far surpass anything this world can imagine or choose. I have seen the whole picture, a masterpiece, flawless in every detail, while you are only seeing the fragmented pieces scattered before you. I know the things you have yet to know. I understand the silent burdens, the hidden pain, and the unanswered questions that stir deep within your heart. I am the one whose vision stretches into eternity, who stands above time and space, who sees every turn of your life and every opportunity yet to be revealed. And for that reason, even when you cannot see, even when you do not understand, I am still leading you, gently yet unwaveringly. If only you could glimpse what I am preparing, the miracles and blessings I have already placed along your path, you would no longer hesitate. You would not doubt, nor grow disheartened by these passing difficulties. You would rise up, dancing even in the night, and sing the song of faith and hope. The song of triumph from a soul that has endured and now stands ready to receive my radiant light. Let your heart overflow with joy and gratitude for the journey still unfolding, for the wonders not yet revealed. Though the present may still feel clouded and uncertain, do not let temporary trials dim the brightness of faith within you. Every step you take, no matter how small, is infused with purpose and strength, carrying you ever closer to the blessings I have prepared for you. Faith, my child, is not about believing only when things are clear and easy. Faith is the power to stand when you cannot see what lies ahead, the light that guides you when all around you seems cloaked in darkness. Faith is the priceless gift that enables you to pass through valleys, to scale high mountains, and to reach the place I have destined for you, a future radiant with love, overflowing with divine favor. So walk forward with peace in your soul and a faith that does not waver, knowing that I am the one leading the way, guiding every step of your journey. Though you may not yet understand today, I promise that tomorrow will bring clarity. And when that day comes, you will look back and realize that every hardship, every trial, was merely a stepping stone lifting you to new heights, so you may rejoice and dance in the everlasting light of the love I have for you. My beloved child, every prayer you offer rises like wings of doves to the heavens, where your voice is received with unwavering love and profound care. Each time you worship, it is more than a spiritual act. It becomes a thunderclap in the spirit realm, shaking the darkness and causing it to tremble, retreating under the weight of the power I have placed within you. When you boldly declare the promises I have spoken over your life, you are sowing seeds of hope and breakthrough deep into the soil of your soul. Seeds that will grow and blossom at the appointed time. Never allow the enemy to gain a foothold in your thoughts, for he is the sworn adversary of light and truth. Guard your mind diligently. Be the faithful watchman of your inner sanctuary. Every lie, every doubt, every feeling of weakness that the enemy tries to sow, capture them and bring them to me. Only I can cleanse and renew your soul, revealing what darkness has tried to conceal, and making whole what has been broken. My word is the sharpest weapon you can wield in this spiritual battle. Not forged steel or mighty machines, but my word, full of truth and life, can pierce through every wall, shatter every chain that has bound your spirit. My presence is your surest refuge, the place where you can stop, breathe, and be renewed when weariness overwhelms you and your strength seems spent. My Holy Spirit is your faithful guide, the light that illuminates paths you cannot see with your own eyes. When you feel lost, when the way forward seems hidden, call upon my name with all the strength of your heart. Say it aloud. I believe in you. I need you. My name is not just a sound, it is power, it is peace, and it holds supreme authority over every force of darkness. When my name resounds within your heart, the demons tremble and flee in terror. For nothing can withstand my power when you pray and lift up my name in praise. This is the power you carry with you always. An invincible weapon, available at any moment, even in the darkest of hours. Never forget that true strength does not come from human might, but from a deep and unshakable connection with me, from a faith rooted in the certainty of my presence and power. Let every prayer you speak become an echo of divine authority, lighting up the hidden places of your life and ushering in a peace that transcends every circumstance. Live with the awareness that I am always near, that every time you speak my name, it is not ignored, but marks the beginning of miracles, the unfolding of a transformation that has long been written for you. Allow my Spirit to guide your every step, so that you will never walk alone through this journey. So lift your head high, declare my name boldly in the face of every difficulty, every trial, and every shadow that surrounds you. Let your voice ring out as a steadfast proclamation of the faith and power I have placed in you. For in my name you carry strength to overcome, peace to endure, and love to overflow and bring light to those around you. O my beloved child, trust me and raise the anthem of faith, hope, and love, so that heaven and earth may hear and darkness may find no place to hide. You are victorious. You are a child of light, and I will walk with you forever, upholding and protecting you in every step of the way. Do not fix your eyes on the storm. Fix your eyes on me. Do not dwell on what has been lost. Focus on what I am building. Do not listen to the voice of fear. Quiet your heart and tune in to the whisper of truth. You are walking a delicate line between what has passed and what is about to come. You can feel it, can't you? It's like standing at the edge of a cliff, winds rushing against you, while a voice rises from the depths of your soul. But I am here, right beside you, not letting you fall, not letting you collapse. I do not promise the storm will cease instantly, but I do promise that my hand will never let go of yours. Stop looking back at the memories tinted with sorrow. Do not let loss become the chains that shackle your steps. I am not sitting amid the ruins of your past. I am constructing something new. A living vision, an unshakable kingdom that begins from within your heart. Will you dare to release the old, to embrace the new? Will you have the courage to step into uncharted territory where only faith and obedience lead the way? When you grow still, you will hear. When you stop debating with anxiety, stop calculating every possible scenario, stop questioning whether you are enough, that is when my truth begins to speak. Not with thunder or a mighty wind, but with a whisper. Gentle yet commanding, soft yet shaking the soul. I am doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? You don't need to understand everything to move forward. You don't need a detailed map for each day ahead. I am the way, I am the light, and I am the giver of life. All I ask is that you take one step, then another. Whether in darkness or in light. It is your obedience, not your full comprehension, that will unlock the miracle. I do not need you to be capable. I need you to believe. The enemy will try to distract you. He will magnify fear, paint bleak futures, remind you of every failure, and whisper that what lies ahead will only repeat the past. But he is the father of lies. Do not let your heart be swayed by the echoes of the dark. Hold on to my word like a compass. Hold on to my presence like an unquenchable lamp in the night. You are not alone, not now and not ever. There is an invisible army upholding you. There are intercessions rising silently on your behalf from places you do not know. There are prophecies spoken long ago, and you are the fulfillment of them. And I am here, unchanging, unwavering, unwearied. I do not only love you when you are strong, I love you even when you are weary. When you stumble, do not be quick to feel shame. When the tears fall, do not think you failed. For even your tears are seeds. I have collected every drop in my golden vessel, and each one will blossom in its appointed season. You may not see anything now, but believe this. The field ahead is beginning to bud because you have been faithful in the dark. Open the eyes of your heart. Do not look only with natural sight. What I am doing is not on the surface. There are deep transformations happening within your soul, in places you have never dared to explore. I am healing buried memories, stirring back to life what you thought was dead. And from those ashes, something new will rise, radiant, powerful, and full of life. Do not fear solitude. Do not fear the silence, for it is in those very places that I speak the most clearly. When the noise is stripped away, when the clamor fades, your heart becomes the meeting place between heaven and earth. There, without the need for any witness, without the brilliance of external glory, you will encounter me, the Creator, the Redeemer, and the one who loves you more than life itself. And then, when the storm has passed and the dust has settled, people will ask, "What kept you standing?" And you will answer without hesitation, "Not my own strength, not my talent, but because I had Him, the one who never gave up, never let go, and never broke His promise." So, my child, do not look back, do not delay, do not doubt. Lift your head high, for your time has come. This is not the moment to retreat, but the moment to rise from the shadows and step into what I have ordained since the beginning. What you have walked through was never meant to destroy you, but to prepare you. Every sorrow, every desert, every dark night you've endured has now become your weapon, your light, your living testimony to my glory. My beloved, mark this truth upon your heart. You are never alone, not for a single moment. Every tear you've shed in secret, every cry uttered in the stillness of the night, every prayer that seemed to echo into silence, each has touched my heart. Do not let the enemy plant seeds of doubt in your mind, whispering that your prayers are useless, that your waiting is in vain. He will always try to blind you with the urgency of the world and the limitations of man. But I, the Eternal One, am not bound by time or space. I move according to divine timing, and when I move, no force can stand in my way. Every moment you wait in faith is a moment you are being forged in perseverance, shaped by my own hands. When you do not hear my voice, it does not mean I am silent. It means I am working at a depth far beyond words, in the layers of your soul where human language cannot reach. I am uncovering buried stones, healing hidden wounds, reconstructing and building something more lasting and unshakable than anything you've ever dreamed of. Do not measure my work by the eyes of the flesh, for there are things that can only be seen through the eyes of faith, and true faith does not rely on external evidence. It is anchored in an unshakable inner knowing that I am faithful. I do not speak idle words. I do not make empty promises. Every word that proceeds from my mouth carries the weight of heaven, and none of it falls to the ground without purpose. My child, trust me even when everything happening around you appears to contradict the promise. Trust me when every opportunity has closed, when every door is sealed, and all you see before you are walls of stone. For in that very moment, I am preparing a divine intervention, not in the way man expects, but in the way of heaven. When human limitations are reached, that is when my power is revealed. And in the barren wilderness, I will cause living waters to spring forth. In the darkest night, my light will shine the brightest. Let your heart be still and remember, there are fruits that only suffering can bear. There are strengths that can only be unlocked through battle. There are revelations that are only seen when all else has fallen apart. When you pass through the trials, you do not only become stronger, you carry within yourself a living testimony of my faithfulness. Every wound you bear is not a sign of failure, but a mark of transformation. These are the places where I have touched you and renewed you with my very love and power. Do not let the voice of disappointment drown out the voice of truth. Do not allow temporary silence to become evidence of rejection. I have never rejected you. My love for you does not sway with emotions, nor shift with circumstances. It is steadfast, unchanging, just as my very nature is, yesterday, today, and forevermore. And remember this: when you no longer have strength, I will carry you. When you fall, I will lift you. When you lose your way, I will light the path. I am not standing at the end of your journey waiting for you to arrive. I am walking with you, step by step, even when you are unaware. Every beat of your heart, every breath you take, carries my presence. I am the one sustaining you in every moment you thought you were alone. Therefore, my child, do not be afraid. Do not be shaken by what your eyes see. Do not let the delay deceive you into thinking I have forgotten, for my timing is always perfect. When I move, every barrier will crumble. Every obstruction will be swept aside, and my glory will envelop you. I do not merely desire to give you what you ask for. I desire to give you something better, deeper, eternal. But to receive it, your heart must learn to be steadfast in the waiting, strong in faith, and continually reminded of all I have done in the past. True faith does not need to see in order to believe. It believes first, and then it sees. And when you choose to believe in me in the darkness, that is when your faith shines brightest. That is where I move most powerfully, where faith triumphs over emotion, where trust is stronger than fear, and where my love becomes the unending wellspring of life within you. So, my beloved, do not give up. Do not utter despair when the storm has not yet passed. Hold fast to my promise. Stand firm upon the unshakable foundation. I am working, I am preparing, and very soon you will look back on all of this and say, truly, the Lord is wonderful. He never abandoned me, and on that day you will know that the waiting was not in vain, and every tear was not wasted. Now, lift to me your sincere prayer. Lord, in the moments when I tremble with fear and confusion, please touch my heart with your gentleness and light. When my ears cannot hear your voice, let my soul perceive you in every heartbeat, assured that you have never stopped loving me, never turned away, not even for a moment. Help me remain steadfast in the silence, that I would not be afraid, that I would no fall, but would know you are weaving a masterpiece out of the broken fragments of my life. Lord, in the moments I feel abandoned and weighed down by loneliness, grant me the strength to rise and walk forward. Though the darkness may surround me, I know your light will lead the way. And even when my heart feels shattered, you are mending and restoring every piece with your unchanging love. Please give me courage and patience to wait for the day you reveal yourself. Lord, forgive me for the times I lost heart, when I let doubt and fear take hold. Remind me that faith is not rooted in fleeting emotions, but in the certainty that you are the way, the truth, and the life. In my weakness, reveal your power, so that I may stand firm. Let my soul always remember that I am never alone, for you are beside me, leading and guarding me. Lord, in every tear I shed, in every long night of loneliness, I place my trust in you, the one who understands every pain and silently comforts me. Grant me the strength to turn trials into a journey of growth, pain into a source of healing and hope. Please continue to be by my side, soothing my heart and teaching me to walk on the paths you have prepared. Lord, help me realize that no sin, shame, or sorrow can separate me from your eternal love. You are the one who created me, who holds me in the palm of your hand and calls me by name. When I feel lost, please call me back, heal the wounds in my soul, and grant me peace that surpasses all understanding. Lord, when the storms of life come, do not let me be overwhelmed by them, but teach me how to walk on water, by faith and steadfastness in you. When trials refine me like gold in the fire, transform me into a precious vessel in your hands. Give me endurance, patience, and a pure heart, so I may never fall before adversity. Lord, I thank you because you have never abandoned me, even when I have fallen and doubted many times. Renew my soul, breathe life into the dreams that have grown cold, and strengthen me to continue on the path you have ordained. Let the faith within me blaze brightly, dispelling darkness and fear, so I may live in lasting peace and hope. Lord, hold me in your embrace when I feel weak and weary. When the enemy's voice echoes in my mind, grant me clarity to recognize lies and courage to stand firm on your promises. Help me know that I do not fight alone, for you have already won the victory for me. Guide me to keep trusting and walking in your light, no matter how difficult the journey may be. Amen. I offer this prayer in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. If you cherish the Lord, do not forget to press the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss meaningful and life-giving messages from Him. Together, we will grow in faith and live a full life in His love. Amen.